Have you ever wondered how Jesus spent the last week of his life? Now you don't have to. That's because we're going to spend some time together looking at Jesus' last few days. Where he went, what he did, why. And then we're going to ask a really important question. What does any of that have to do with us? So Matthew 21, picking up in verse 18, says this: In the morning, as Jesus was returning to the city, he became hungry. And seeing a fig tree by the wayside, he went to it and found nothing on it but only leaves. And he said to it, "May no fruit ever come to you again." And the fig tree withered at once. Monday morning, the morning after Jesus' triumphal yet humble entry, Jesus woke up hungry. Sound familiar? As he was on his way back into the city from Bethany with his disciples, he spotted a fig tree in the distance. It looked good from afar, but when Jesus got close, he found only leaves, no fruit. And he said, "May no one ever eat from you again." Maybe Jesus was hangry. Not exactly. See, Jesus' actions were symbolic. In the Old Testament, a fig tree was often used as a metaphor for Israel. And so when Jesus cursed the fig tree, it signified the judgment of God on the fruitless people of Israel. They had the appearance of bearing fruit, but upon closer inspection, nothing was found. They were hypocrites. They claimed to follow God, but their lives showed little evidence of that actually being true. What do people see when they look at your life? Are you bearing fruit? The Apostle Paul in the New Testament letter to the Galatians said the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Is that what people see when they get close to you? Ask God to grow these things in your life. Jesus' day wasn't over though, because just after this, we read in Matthew 21, picking up in verse 12. Jesus entered the temple courts and drove out all who were buying and selling there. He overturned the tables of the money changers and the benches of those selling doves. "It is written," he said to them, "My house will be called a house of prayer, but you're making it a den of robbers." The blind and the lame came to him at the temple, and he healed them. But when the chief priests and teachers of the law saw the wonderful things he did and the children shouting in the temple courts, "Hosanna to the Son of David," they were indignant. Jesus' frustration with Israel's faithlessness spills over into the temple courts. Instead of being a house of prayer for the nations, money changers and merchants had turned portions of it into a marketplace, profiting off the pious Jews who'd returned to Jerusalem for the Passover festival. The religious leaders had allowed the worship of God to deteriorate into commerce. Jesus couldn't stand it. He challenged the authority of the religious establishment, and for that, he would eventually die. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe so you can be notified when we post next.